Hello, hello, hello. Welcome back to the show. It is I, Mike the Designer. We are going live. How are you? How the hell is your week? I'm doing great. I'm really excited to be here with you guys. So, today, we're going to sit down and we're going to brew a 4-color Sweet Commander by the name of Breya. So we are going to do an artifact combo control shell on Breya. It's going to be really awesome. I'm really looking forward to it. I came into Magic right around cons. And short story before we dive into it, because I like to keep it steady here. I came in around cons, but my first game of EDH was actually at a shop near Bluebell, Pennsylvania called Alternate Universes. And I was playing with a bunch of guys that I still play with to this day. They're awesome dudes. One of the gentlemen, his name is Harry. He sometimes he's in the chat hanging out. He was playing the Kino Sentiro deck. And I didn't have a commander deck at that point in time. So the very first deck that I ever bought, period, was the Breya Precon. And it was awesome because holy shit was I confused. So when I got the deck, I sat down with all these guys. They started telling me about all the rules and all the games and all the things that were going on. And that's when I fell in love with EDH. So Breya holds this magical place in my Magic history. And I am really excited to brew it tonight. Conveniently, that was also the first game that I ever won in EDH, which really was an awesome experience as well. Now, I did win it because my opponent didn't do math right. So I didn't win it out of skill, but I won it, and that's what matters. So, yeah. So let's get into it here. We're gonna brew Breya tonight. For those of you that don't know, we use the Moxfield.com deck builder, which is what we're on right now. I'm gonna get into our decks here. As you can see, these are all the decks that we've built thus far. I'm gonna add a deck here. We're gonna call this Breya Combo Control. Commander. Pick the one and only. There she is. And make it public so everybody can see. Start it up. And there she is, everybody. Hello. Welcome to the chat. Welcome to the party. We are getting strange. Now, with all that said, we're going to hop right on over to our brew screen. So, here we are. Hello. So, with this commander, we have Breya. She is white, blue, black, and red. All great colors. Really scream that control type vibe. So, when Breya Etherium Shaper enters the battlefield, create 2 1/1 blue Thopter artifact creature tokens with flying. Cool. We get some tokens. Pay 2, sacrifice 2 artifacts, then choose 1. Breya deals 3 damage to target player or planeswalker. Target creature gets -4/-4 until the end of turn. Or you gain 5 life. All of them are really awesome effects. All of them are kind of janky and in their own magical way. But Breya really gives us the opportunity to brew out some really killer combinations and like stacks types of effects and really kind of focus in on all of those artifact synergies that we can get. So that's really what we're going to brew tonight. And I think the best way to start that is to just dive into our artifacts here. So I did a couple polls on Facebook, Reddit, Instagram, Twitter, stuff like that. And we ran into kind of, hey guys, what do you want to put into this deck that would make it like hella good without tipping it over into a CEDH platform? So the CEDH, that whole environment is not necessarily the swimming pool that I like to play in. I am getting into it more and more. I think we're going to try to do a CEDH brew, but we're going to get probably the spike feeders on and somebody that's got a little bit of experience in that arena, because I would love to be able to brew those decks, but I don't want to lead you in an awkward direction, because I play with a group that I wouldn't say it's casual. I would say it's optimized or focused. We play very, very powerful decks, but we don't necessarily play CEDH. You know, our games go, 10, 12, 13 turns, but not at the risk of somebody blowing up and winning the game immediately. So we're going to dive into the list here. We're going to kind of dig through some of the options that were presented to us on our Facebook page here. So as we kind of plow through, if you guys have anything that you'd like to add, please feel free to throw it over in the chat there. I'm looking at it consistently. It's right here. I can see it. So I will be paying attention to it. And that's how we brew these decks together. I try to include the chat as much as I can into this. Plus, I want to know your stories. I want to know how everything's going. How's your life? You tell me. How's everything going? I worked an 8-hour day today. I'm a little tired. I'm not going to lie. But I'm here, and we're going to brew some magic. And that's what gets me through the day. Sooner or later, we're going to go big. And everything's going to be all right. We're just going to brew magic, play magic, hang out with all of you guys, and get it done. So, Breya here. We got a couple things that we can put in here. We have, so Nim Deathmantle is definitely one card that everybody really likes. So, let's check our Nim Deathmantle out. So the Nim Deathmantle, equipped creature gets +2/+2, has Intimidate, and is a black zombie. Nice. A creature with Intimidate can't be blocked except by artifact creatures and or creatures that share a color with it. Whenever a non-token creature is put into the graveyard from the battlefield, you may pay 4. If you do, return that card to the battlefield and attach Nim Deathmantle to it. So Nim Deathmantle is a lot of combo synergies overall. There's a lot of infinite loops and a lot of things that can go on with Nim Deathmantle that can just get extra janky and extra weird. So hello everyone that just jumped into the chat. How are you guys? Welcome to the show. So right now we're brewing Breya. I'm going through kind of a list of stuff that I found. We did a couple surveys out there on Facebook and just pulling stuff together to actually brew this deck out, because I wanted to include as much stuff as we can in this combo control shell that we're brewing Breya in. Mycosynth Lattice was another one that was thrown out there a couple times. It is quite expensive now, but does make it anywhere. So all permanents are artifacts in addition to their other types. All cards that aren't on a battlefield, spells, and permanents are colorless. Players may spend mana as though it were any mana color. I actually got a Mycosynth Lattice because I actually ran a Helia deck, the Planeswalker Helia Commander, and that was probably my first foray into getting a CEDH brew up and running. I mean, that I was running the Deep Glow Skate combo with the Mycosynth Lattice, lots of tutors, lots of speed, and there were times on turn 1 or 2 where I just dump out 17 artifacts, which is awesome. So definitely a cool thing there. There was a voting here for the 2 new Helias, and I really like those synergies that go with these guys here. So not that Helia, this one right here. So Helia Sublime Artificer, excuse me, 1 hybrid is it whenever you cast a non-creature spell, create a 1/1 colorless servo artifact creature token. -2, target artifact you control becomes a copy of another target artifact or creature you control until the end of turn, except it's an artifact in addition to its other types. This is just a cool card. We're going to have a ton of artifacts and a ton of stuff to do with it, so there's a lot of value that comes out of the non-creature spell side of this. As you guys come in, man, if you guys have thoughts, ideas, or anything that you would like to throw in here, feel free. And then Helia the Gifted. So this is the one that I was just talking about that I actually used as my my lead singer of my artifact CEDH brew. So 2 blue-red. Her +1s create a 1/1 colorless servo artifact creature token. Always Kinjinson, never stop, my buddy. Hello, how are you? Her next +1, the next spell you cast this turn costs 1 less to cast for each artifact you control as you cast it. That is the powerhouse play. Out of all of the decks that I've played, out of all the things that I've done with Helia, this is the effect that gets you the most kind of power out turns. You get the value really just fast up front, right then and there. To the point where if I try to cast her, she almost dies or gets countered immediately. The Deep Glowscape combo comes out and it'll actually double the tokens that are already on, or double the counters that are already on Helia. And when you do that, then you can just ultimate her. So when you ultimate her, it's going to create a copy of each token that you have on the field. Each artifact, right? So the Mycosynth Lattice makes Deep Glowscape an artifact, as well as Helia an artifact. And when you have both of them, you can stack them entering the battlefield. So Helia comes in first, then the Deep Glow. You double the counters on Helia, ultimate her again. Deep Glow, so on and so forth, back and forth, back and forth, back and forth, and you end up getting infinite tokens, infinite artifacts out there. And when you do that, you can get infinite creatures, infinite combat. You can do it in any number of ways. But that was how we won with that deck. I really like the card. I like her. We're gonna pop her in here just because we're gonna have a ton of artifacts already. So there's a lot of kind of wins that go with that. Now. Killer Week, tell me about it, man. Throw it in there. Let me share your stories. So, some of you, a couple weeks back, MTG Young Mage was actually in our chat. He is a YouTube content creator. He's got there he is. He's in the chat today. So, he had his surgery, or is having a surgery. Either way, kid's a boss. So, I asked him, I said, hey, what cards would you like to put in this deck? We'll make it its own little Rhino package, right? Because he goes by Rhino. Awesome name, by the way, my guy. Designer approved. So, if we look at his cards, I know there was a Pia and Kiran Nalar. So we have Efficient Construction. Alright. So whenever you cast an artifact spell, create a 1/1 colorless stop to artifact creature token with flying. I love these little synergies. We have P and Karan. When they enter, yep. So we got a little shock value going on with that. And we have Inspiring. Did I spell that right? Yes. So let's talk about That's okay, my buddy. I know you're going through your stuff, my guy. I'm just proud to have you here. So, Inspiring Statuary is one that was brought up, and it has a really interesting effect called Improvise. Improvise says that your artifacts can help cast spells. Each artifact you tap after you're done activating mana abilities pays for 1 colorless. So, with the amount of artifacts that we're going to have in the deck itself, and the ways that we're going to be able to manipulate it, Improvise is a really strong strategy. Now, granted, we'll have it on this card and maybe 1 or 2 others, but including it here is beneficial. So that's our little Rhino package. All right. So we're gonna have Pia and Karan. We're gonna have the Inspiring Statuary and Efficient Construction to really get the value off of creating the artifact tokens, using them to pay for that colorless mana, or using them to do shocks. To enemy creatures or the opponent's face, whatever really suits your fancy. So, all right, while we're here and we're hanging out, what cards do you guys kind of feel that fit this brew? What do you guys think is out and about here? I know there's one. Before anybody says it, I'm gonna say it first. So, while you guys are brainstorming in the chat there, Eldrazi Displacer is 2 and a colorless. Exile target creature, and then return it to the battlefield tapped under its owner's control. So, with Breya, what we can actually do with her is bounce her back and forth as much as we have the mana to, basically. And when we do that, we get her triggers every time she comes in, right? So every time she comes in, we create 2 Thopters. I mean, there's a lot of value that just comes out of that, which is really, really cool. So, let's get back to our list, our suggestion list here with our Facebook groups here. Ooh. Yeah, Meld is awesome, but it's so hard to do. So like that's awesome. That's very impressive. I like it. Yeah, so Thopter Foundry, Sword of the Meek. Let's look at those. Thopter Foundry. Alright, so pay 1, sacrifice a non-token artifact, create a 1/1 blue Thopter artifact creature token with flying. You gain 1 life. I mean, yeah, that'll do it. That'll do it. Whirler Rogue and Thopter Engineer. Done. And then Sword of the Meek. Right. Whenever a 1/1 creature enters the battlefield under your control, you may return Sword of the Week to the graveyard and attach it. So, let's talk about the interaction here while we're working through it. So we have a couple others to add, and then we'll get into that. So the KCI combo is something that has always been like really near and dear to my heart. So let me find it. There we go. So Krark Clan Ironworks. I freaking love this card ever since I saw it on game nights. So if you ever watched one of the earlier episodes of Game Nights, it was Jimmy's, Silas Wren, and the Selesnya partner commanders. But he built in a like 5 or 6 card combination into that that deck, and he got it running. And ever since then, all I've wanted to do is build a deck where all of them fit. And that's kind of what birthed tonight's show. So thanks, Jimmy. So Krark Clan Ironworks is in there, and then we have the salvaging station and the grinding station. So tap it, sacrifice an artifact. Target player puts the top 3 cards of the library into the graveyard. Whenever an artifact enters the battlefield, you may untap the grinding station. This is a mill card. It gives us an option. It's not the end all be all to what we're trying to do here. So that is not a word, Michael. Salvaging station. Dun, 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 dun. All right. So we have that. Let's take a minute. Let's talk about Metalworker, because it's unbanned, and that just tickles me. It's been unbanned for I think about a year, maybe a year and a half now. I think. I don't know, it was banned for a while and then they unbanned it. Let's just go with that. So, Metalworker is pay 3. He's a 1/2 body. You can tap him, reveal any number of artifact cards in your hand, then add 2 colorless for each card revealed this way. We're playing a ton of artifact deck synergies in this deck, right? So, we're going to have the artifacts in our hand. And if we just show 2 artifacts, that's 4 mana that we get just from the Metalworker. Not to mention, we can also untap him using kind of different effects that we'll go over later on. So I like the mana that comes out of the Metalworker, although he is a tidbit expensive, but I'm okay. But the Metalworker's pretty sweet, Kinjinson. I enjoy it. It's got that weird like end of the world robot-y look, like he's just coming after you. I don't even know. I enjoy it though. I agree with you 100%. So and then we have, I think it's a Scorpion, maybe? Yeah. So this is one of the keys to the deck, or that kind of big, jampy Rube Goldberg. Really? Don't update while I'm playing. So whenever draw Scorpion or another artifact creature dies, may untap target artifact. So that's kind of the key point here. And then there was one other card, and I gotta remember what it is. It has, so what it does is it creates a germ token. Fire it away in the chat if you can know what it is, because it's going to take me a minute there to figure it out. Of course, it's not going to show up there either. It creates a germ token when it comes in, and you immediately attach it, and it's an artifact. Obviously, it's an equipment. Why isn't it? What happened? I have it saved somewhere. So what we want to do is we want to create something that creates a creature and gives us an artifact at the same time. So when you get that effect where it creates that creature for the artifact to bond to, you can sack the creature prior to the artifact getting there. So you can sack the artifact and the creature to different things, which will enable you to get into these really interesting loops. I'm trying to figure out what the name of it is because I'm a rookie and I forgot what the name of it is, because silly old me is just, it might be. It may be Bone Horde. I know that I have it saved somewhere. Let's look at Bone Horde. Maybe that's the one. That would be great. It is Living Weapon though. I don't know if it was Bone Horde though, because I think it was cheaper. Let's look at Living Weapon though as an effect. Dude, everything is popping up on my computer tonight. What's going on? Living Weapon. Okay. Not Batter Skull. Flare Husk. That's the one. Pretty sure it's Flare Husk, but I'm gonna look at the rest of them just in case. Yeah, so we wanted it to be a low CMC. Because I believe it comes back with the... Where did you go? That's not it. That's not it. That's not it. So this is the one here. So the salvaging station, we can tap it to return target non-creature artifact card with converted mana cost 1 or less from the graveyard to the battlefield. And when we get the actual, so here's how this works. So we have the salvaging station out. We have the grinding station out. We have Krark Clan Ironworks, and we get the Draw Scorpion out. And what ends up happening is when the Flare Husk hits the battlefield, it creates the Living Weapon token and is still an artifact. And what you can do is you can sacrifice the artifact to Krark Clan Ironworks and then sacrifice the token to the salvaging station, and it's gonna die, or sacrifice to the grinding station, excuse me. It's gonna mill them out. So you sacrifice the artifact to the grinding station, sacrifice a creature elsewhere, split them up, and then you can ultimately go back and forth and untap all these cards, effectively machine gunning everybody down or milling them out, which is just a lot of fun. So I'm still going to look up the rest of the combo because I have it saved in the vault of combos that I had way back in the day. So we'll get there. Hello, viewer number 4. How are you? Welcome to the show. It is a pleasure to have you. So we're going to brew more and more of this Breya deck here. I do want to put a little bit of a control shell in here. So what do you guys think for control type stuff? Now, I'm not huge on destroying everyone's opportunity to play Magic, but I do like to protect myself from stuff. So give me some cards in here that fit kind of that control shell a little bit. While we're doing that, I'm going to put in some of these cards that Kinjinson recommended. Whirler Rogue, right? There's a battlefield, create 2 Thopters, yep. And tap them down and can't be blocked. I like it. All right, and then we have a Thopter Engineer. Create more tokens. I like that. Good there. So while we're waiting, we have we're brainstorming here. We're brainstorming. How's everybody's day? Kinjinson, you said you had a great week, man. What's going on? Why was your week so awesome? My week was pretty awesome too. So I'm glad that we're we're on alignment here. You know what I mean? We're two boats in the ocean just cruising on by. Let's see. Share with me your story. Share this story with the chat. Everyone wants to know. Let's see here. We got more synergies. Oh yeah, Cheerios. We wanted to do Cheerios. I like Cheerios. Anybody know what a Cheerios deck is? Just out of curiosity here. Knock on wood, man. I got you. Just plenty of wood everywhere, but if I move, everything's gonna shift and be all weird, and then it's gonna be all broken. And yeah, congratulations for killing it. And what do you do for work, there, boss man? Also, does everybody hear the music, and is it too loud? Because I can adjust it if it is. Oh yeah, cooking the good stuff. There it is. Cooking the good stuff. I like it. Welcome to the chat, everybody. Tell me how your week was. Welcome to the party. We are brewing Breya, and I could not be happier to have you here. It's almost the end of the week, y'all. It's almost Friday. Friday's a great day because we're going to take this deck that we brew, and you guys can steal it too. I don't care. Just live your best life. And you guys can play with it as well. So it was recommended, not recommended, but suggested that we could play kind of a Cheerios build and build it out with Urza, which I also like. Now, I'm not building a straight CEDH Urza deck because I'm just not on that grind time yet. Although I will get there, I promise. We are going to have a CEDH episode. I'm just trying to get the right people to come on because I think it's a really good opportunity to collab. MTG Young Maid, you have a good night, my guy. Feel better, stay safe, and keep killing it, my guy. Thank you so much. So, yeah, so running Urza and Cheerios. So Cheerios are artifact cards that come in for free. We can cast them for free, which is amazing. So I'm gonna add a bunch of different zero cost cards in here. Now, I mean, why not add a Chrome Mox, you know? Let's just get extra funky with it, you know? We can gain 1 life. Ooh, that's cool. Could be another outlet to gain infinite life. I could do that. Citadel. Actually, so artifact lands are really interesting. I actually really like them because they do go towards your artifact count for healing, and they can be used for all of the artifact, anything that goes on. So you can definitely make sure that, you know, you're getting these artifacts, and you always have one on board because it's an indestructible artifact at that point. So speaking of indestructible, we should put the Darksteel Forge in here. Because I like the Darksteel Forge. Can't do that. Nope, 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 nope. Gonna add that in here. Let's see what else. I don't want to do that guy. Kite Shield. Sure, why not? Lion's Eye Diamond. Now I'm putting the Lion's Eye Diamond in here. If any of you are buying this deck, you don't need to buy the Lion's Eye Diamond. You can find another thing to do it. But if you're balling and you got all the money in the world, feel free to buy the crap out of a Lion's Eye Diamond because it is so good in this deck. I am a huge fan of it. Lotus Bloom, why not? Actually, no, because it doesn't come in. This is, though. We're going to add in our mana here, kind of our fast manas, because why not? We're also going to go over, I think, what we should talk about is there was a combination that was built from the Spike Feeders. They have a show called Know Your Combo, and it was the Mox Amber, Soul Ring, and the guy that says whenever a permanent, you can tap target permanent or untap target permanent when something enters the battlefield. Super awesome combo that I never even thought about. It just takes 3 cards, and it's actually really cool because you can create infinite mana or infinite life with it and just kind of go off, which really is a lot of fun. So I'm almost done adding in all of the Cheerios here because why not? You know? We got Urza. We got all of our artifact lands in here. Walking Ballista, that's a win con. Is there an orb I'm not concerned about? Alright. And then we'll put Urza in here because Urza, you know. Dun, 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 dun. So, eventually, when we actually make our CEDH brew, I've thought about making it an Urza deck, but there's so many good cards and commanders coming out that there's a lot of other options that I really like. Urza's freaking awesome in this deck because he turns everything into a Mox, basically, which is stellar in terms of how it's going to interact with everything overall. But he just doesn't do it for me in the sense of brewing him as my commander. I would love him in the 99. I'm just not interested in him being the commander overall. So we're going to have to do some counters. We're going to get into that. Let's see. The bauble, factory, the filter, the incubator. We could run all the Urza lands in it. That'd be funky. We're not going to. That'd be weird. Let's look at Let's look at some counters for this guy. We got 36 cards in this deck, and it's already $777. See, that's what a Lion's Eye Diamond does. And a Metalworker, and a Microsynth Lattice. And yeah. All right, it's expensive. I was trying to be budget, but it's expensive. You have to just let it go. Don't at me. It's fine. Maybe. Probably not. But let's see what we can get here. So, we want to counter target spell. We don't want to have something say, counter this if it does this, or counter this unless they do this. I don't like to give my opponent the option to get out of, you know, whatever I'm trying to do. I think that it's not the best. So I like something that's boom, right in the face. For example, Absorb. Counter target spell, you gain 3 life. Absorb is a decent counter spell. The only thing that makes it kind of a challenge is the fact that the pit cost for it is 2 blue and a white. Most counter spells are just blue. Blue, colorless blue, double blue. That's it. You don't usually like to have those mixes, but I like it, Absorb. Worst case, we'll take it out when we do our cuts at the end, which is perfectly fine. So, Arcane Denial. I don't like when letting my opponents draw cards. Not in this deck. I don't want to do that. It's just not my jammy jam. So, Archmage's Charm. How many? We have a ton of counter spells to go through. This is good. We're just going to scroll through and look through the history, the story of Magic the Gathering. Cancel. I'm good. See, something like this just bothers me. Like, of course you're gonna pay 1 if you want something to resolve that bad. Let's be honest. It's. I hate that. Complicate, condescend, confound. Doo-doo-doo. Oh yes. Oh yes. Let's scroll all the way down here because why not? Doo-doo-doo. So one of the things that was an alternate win con that people brought up was Revel and Riches. So this actually helps with that a lot because we can get the treasure tokens. We'll get the counter spells. Let's look at treasure tokens. Create a treasure. Just like you guys, you're all treasures to me. Right here. Right here. I don't know if you can see it, right? Right there. Right there. Alright. For each land you control, create a treasure token. Okay. A little expensive, but we will have our improvise. Let's see what happens. Let's get weird with it. Not enough. Yeah, guys, we could make infinite treasure tokens with the KCI combo. Could be weird. Pirate's Prize. I don't like that. Whenever another creature you control create a treasure token. There's infinite mana of any color. I'll take that. Revel in Riches. There's a win con. Smother and Tithe. Oh, Storm the Vault. Do you guys like these lands? The lands that are, you know, turn into these super powerful lands from history, right? So last week we put in Growing Rights of Itlamok into a deck. That one flips into a Gaia's Cradle. This one flips over into the artifact version of that, which I think is just bananas. This works really, really well with our deck. I love it. I'm putting it in there just because that's the way I like to do it. So we got 1 billion treasures now. We got all the treasures. I enjoy the treasures. Let's see what else we can put in here. We really need to get some enchantments. We do have some new. I said Darksteel Forge. I never put it in here. So turning all of our stuff into artifacts and then making it indestructible is fantastic. Now, for any of you rude, obnoxious folks that are going to watch this on YouTube because you're currently not in the chat, you'll get there. I'll get you. I'm not turning all this stuff into permanent artifacts, making my stuff indestructible and blowing everybody's stuff up, okay? It's just rude. It ain't right. Something wrong with you. But I will, however, turn my stuff into indestructible stuff. That way I can block and get value and do whatever I need to do. And I can still sacrifice the tokens to what I need to do with all my synergies. So that works out still really well for me. But don't bring that rudeness in here. All right? People want to play Magic. I just want to keep them out of my house. I'll let them play in everybody else's yard. That's fine. So. Because you tend to feature them in dead. It's valid. Not wrong. Not wrong, my guy. Not wrong. What else we got here? Carnal Lattice. I don't want to do that. That sounds rude. Ashnod's Altar and Nim Death Mantle. Yeah. I guess we could put Ashnod's in here. Ashnod's Altar is just fantastic. I like it. I enjoy it. It gets the value. It gets the work done. That's the important part. Man, we are just like blowing through this deck right now. And I don't know what we're going to do. We're just going to hang out and talk about our day. Maybe we'll play some games. I don't even know. See what happens. We need... Yes. Yes. Okay. What just happened? I swear, everything is just breaking right now. It's all over the place. We do need to put some tutors in here. We need to make sure. Let's go over. We're gonna do a mini Eldraine set review here. Let's. How do I go about? What is the set? It's ELD. Yeah, there it is. All right, and then we need to do color. What is it? It's white, blue, black, and red. Hey, that's rude. Well, that's just fine. I don't want to talk about it anyway. It's fine. Don't even worry about it. All right, so let's look at some of these guys in here. So whenever you cast an artifact, you can get a 1/1 blue fairy. We can make a huge creature. I mean, I hate auras with passion, but we can make huge creatures. So I'm gonna agree with you that we need Reckless Fireweaver and Marionette, but let's be honest, Kaladesh wasn't stellar. not put that there. We're going to put that right here. Arcane Signet, definitely a winner for this deck because we are a 4-color deck and that makes things extra difficult. So, let's look at another black creature enters the battlefield under your control. Each opponent loses 1 life in game 1. It'd be cool if we had black creatures entering, but we do not, unfortunately. If you can, when you cast this spell from your hand, copy it if you control an artifact. Then copy it if you control an enchantment. You may choose to. Okay, that is not as good as I thought it was. All right. I thought it was for each artifact or enchantment. And I was about to lose my shit. It's gonna be awesome. Let's see. Mantle and lifelink until the end of turn. I'm gonna crank this down a smidge, just a little bit. Draw your second card each turn. I'm good there. Oh god. This card, so non-EDH speak, we're gonna go and talk about standard for a hot minute, or draft, excuse me. Draft this card. Just trust me on it and just have fun with it. When you get into the draft, make it happen. Grab that guy and call it a day. You can just take so many people out. It's awesome. So, I mean, that's also valid. I liked Kaladesh for the things they tried to do, but the delivery on everything was a little rocky. You know, they either created some really wild, broken stuff, or they created stuff that was just like, this isn't gonna work the way you want it to. You know, the vehicle thing was awesome, but vehicles ultimately did not perform to that level. They never made that leap. It's just, they're just slow. I mean, they're cool, but they're not like, they're not the strongest, let's be honest. So continuing down the way, nope, I'm good there. I mean, we gotta add this sweet new command tower, let's be honest. Untap target artifact or creature you control. There might be some combos we could build in with that. I'm gonna throw that in there because I like it. Dun dun. Let's see, what else? Welcome to the actual party. Dance of the Manse. Return up to X target artifact or non-or enchantment cards with each with converted mana cost X or less from your graveyard to the battlefield. Yada, yada, yada. I think this would be really good in a deck, but I don't think it'd be really good in our deck. You know what I mean? I think it's going to lock us out a little bit, and it's just not going to be... Not lock us out, but it's not going to be as strong as we want it to be. So... Each player's upkeep, that player sacrifices a non-land, non-token permanent. If it can't, they discard a card, they lose 2 life. You draw a card and gain 2 life, and you create a... Jesus! Good lord, that's a lot of stuff on there. My god. Alright. I like this counterspell. So Drown in the Lock is blue and black. Counter target spell with converted mana cost less than or equal to the number of cards in its controller's graveyard, or destroy target creature with converted mana cost less than or equal to the number of cards in its controller's graveyard. This is a 2-mana counter spell to counter just about anything, which is pretty awesome. So I'm gonna throw that bad boy in there. Cast a creature spell with adventure, draw a card. Nope, good. Ember Cleave. I love this card. It ain't gonna work for anything in this deck, but I do love this card. It's just beautiful. The artwork is just sick in this Eldraine set. I'm really into it. I like it. You guys that just popped in, we're brewing Breya, and we're going through all of the Eldraine new cards that are coming out. We want to see if there's anything that really fits in there. Speaking of which, Emery was one that was brought up when we were actually looking at cards that we could add in from Eldraine into this deck, and it was kind of the first one that was brought up. So, Emery, Lurker of the Loch, or Lady of the Lake. This spell costs 1 less to cast for each artifact you control. So basically, it's just going to cost 1 blue. It's really not even that expensive straight up. So, when Lurker of the Loch enters the battlefield, put the top 4 cards of your library into your graveyard. Tap it. Choose target artifact card in your graveyard. You may cast that card this turn. You still pay its cost. Timing rules apply. So, this is awesome because of the Cheerios build that we're doing. Do we just hit 100? Farquad, you are the 100th follower, sir, or lady. I don't even care. I love you so much. Thank you for being here. This is amazing. Guys, this is episode 5. 4th legitimate brew. And we got 99. And now somebody's gone. See? This is just rude. I don't even care, to be honest. We hit 100. That just makes me happy. So thank you so much. When we have here, we're going to choose our target artifact card in the graveyard, cast it this turn, and then we have things that whenever things enter the battlefield, it'll untap stuff. So as it can go back and forth, I mean, it just puts us in these powerful loops. I really like it. I enjoy it. So I'm going to dump that in there. Chain of Carriage, I don't think so. And we're back to 100 again. It's a good day. It's a great day. I'm enjoying this, guys. What I'm thinking about doing, and you guys let me know how you feel about it. Currently, there's only a couple of you in here, but you're important. Your opinions are the dedicated ones, and I love you for that, so thank you. I'm thinking that when we get to a certain point, and it's going to take a little bit because I want to get the subscribers up there enough that we can kind of afford to do it, is I would love to be able to do giveaways. Actually, what I really... Oh, man, I can't actually bring it up because it'll actually screw up the whole microphone. But if you guys look at the Twitch screen and then scroll down, there's actually a leaderboard that's on the bottom. That leaderboard, maybe I can pull it up on my phone, is got everybody ranked in it based off of kind of like cheers and subs and follows and time spent in the chat and on the actual like stream and so on and so forth. And I'd really like to be able to give prizes and rewards to the people that, you know, have been here consistently, right? Like Kinjinson, you've been here since day one, my guy. I would like to give back to you. And I would like to, like, maybe we do the commander giveaway, right? So we're brewing Breya right now. You know, I could give away a Breya. Maybe there's a deck box or something or anything that's out there that could be used as a means by which to donate back to you guys. I think it'd be awesome. But again, we got to get the sub count up there a little bit because as much as I do work, I do have 2 children, 2 dogs, a cat, a wife, a house, all the bills, much like everybody else in the free world. So when we get enough subs and I can do this forever, I will be on it like white on rice, my friends. So tell your friends, and each of you get a Prime sub. I'll take a Prime sub. Let's do it. I'm okay with that. Either way, I appreciate all of you. Let's continue here. There's one card that was in here that was talked about today, and it was absolutely bonkers. It was draw 4 cards for 4 mana, and I want it all in this deck. So we're gonna just plow through this list a little bit more here. Fires of Invention, I don't like that. Get out of here. That could be a cool win con. Make infinite mana and then make each player draw infinite. Win that way. Could be fun. It's a little CEDH-y for my flavor, but it is what it is. Deck's kind of working its way there anyway, so. Got it. I didn't like that. Yo, how excited are you guys for Garruk to be back? He's not my favorite planeswalker by any stretch, but he is pretty cool. I am excited. I'm glad. When they revealed him, I was like, oh, yeah. Garruk's a good time. He's pretty fun. 3 mana of the same color is spent. Good. I'm good. That would be terrible. The other thing to do while we're actually like rolling through this list and, you know, thinking about all the strategies and stuff that we like, we do want to remember what is going to hurt us the most. In terms of like, if things die, they don't trigger abilities, or they don't, you know, a torpor orb would screw most of our day up. So we just need to keep an eye on how we respond to those things. This is the card right here. So, Into the Story. This spell costs 3 less to cast if an opponent has 7 or more cards in their graveyard. Draw 4 cards. So this card here in Commander is like, oh, it's beautiful. It's going to be 4 mana, draw 4. Like, sign me up twice. Let's do it. In Commander, I mean, by the time we get to the 4th rotation of the table, we could very easily have 7 cards in the graveyard, depending on the decks and the brews that we're building, right? Between shocklands, creatures that die, tokens, instants and sorceries, draw spell, like anything. Like, awesome card. Let's continue. For a white creature we control attacks, gain a life. What if I want to gain a life? It's just root. Nope. Good there. Wait. Nope. We just make an extra huge creature. That'd be awkward. Alright, let's continue. I am excited for this deck. Or this set, Witch's Oven. Also, not a bad idea. Yes, I will take a Mirror Maid any day. This set has a lot of really interesting things in it, and then it has a lot of things that you were like, y'all just got bored one day at lunch, didn't you? And that's what some of the cards feel like. Not all of them, but some of them definitely are just, they're lackluster. Mystic Sanctuary. Interesting. Alright. Oko. Bum bum bum. Opt is always fun, but we could run any opt from the history of opts. I don't need any of that. Witch's Oven. We're waiting on it. We're getting there. We're in the peas. Questing Beast. Guys, this in Nikia was a freaking bomb, dude. Just so everybody knows. Farquaad, you're number 100. My level of appreciation for you cannot be higher right now. How long I've been trying to hit number 100? You're a hero. You deserve a medal. You're like the Michael Phelps of following Twitch people. You're awesome. Dum, bum, ba, bum, ba-dum, ba, bum. Ba-da-da-da. Ba-da-da-da. Continuing, there are a few planeswalkers that I think could be kind of fun in this deck. Strictly Better Lightning Bolt. Enjoy that. Enjoy it. You can tap a billion artifacts and draw a billion cards. That could be fun too. Spinning wheel. Can you guys see each other in the chat? I wanna make sure that I'm not like failing you. Or can you not? Like Kinjinson, can you see Farquaad's comments? Yeah, definitely some Tezzerats, yeah. Since there's only a couple will be in here, it'll be easier for me to troubleshoot, and we can bounce from screen to screen, and it'll make my life a little easier. Let's see. Continuing down the way. So this, I think, is going to be our CEDH brew. For any, it's not tonight's brew, but I think this is going to be my CEDH brew. I saw this card and I freaked out a little bit because it just made me so incredibly happy. Yeah. Awesome. Cool. So you guys can chit chat and interact with each other. I think there was a time when the chat couldn't see each other and it was just dead silent. And I was like, you guys can like talk and bounce ideas off of each other. It's perfectly fine. So Sir Conrad the Grim, whenever another creature dies or a creature card is put into a graveyard from anywhere other than the battlefield, or a creature leaves your graveyard, Sir Conrad deals 1 damage to each opponent. This card is just insane. Guys, you can Bajuka Bog yourself and damn near kill somebody. Like, kill all of them. Like, that's absurd. It's very exciting. Tempting Witch, I'm good. Circle of Loyalty, I'm fine with. I'm really excited for that. No. I got a kick out of this guy. This is just a Tormented Voice, but with a different name. Like, come on, y'all. Gotta try a little bit harder than that. Dude, Mono White is just... Mono White is getting this shaft right now, and it's very unfortunate. Like, let's just talk about Mono White. I'm down. We're gonna keep brewing because that's what I love to do here. But let's just talk about Mono White and how it's just getting the absolute shaft from everything right now. Make sure I don't pass the Witch's Oven. So Witch's Oven, right? That's the one we want to make sure. Yes. Could be something. Let's throw it in there. So Mono White, the only decks that I've seen Mono White do really well with is literally Avacyn. So that's like, I mean, we got to do better than that. I mean, come on, guys. We need to definitely do better than that. Avacyn's awesome because it makes all your permanents indestructible, which makes you pretty much untouchable. But at the same time, I mean, what are you really winning out of that? Like, what? Like, you don't win the game because of it. You just kind of survive the game and then outlast everybody else. I mean, yeah, you can do like Angel Tribal, which is awesome, but like, at what expense? Like, what cost are you working with, right? It just, Mono White, man, is just not getting it done at all. It's terrible. It's terrible. Freaking gross. All right, so we need tutors in this deck. So we need a little bit of search. Whoa, your library. I'm gonna get a drink here because I got a fan blowing on because it's hot up here, but it also is drying me out now. Would you guys be interested in me playing some games while we talk about Magic? I've been thinking about the Sunday show, and as much as I love to do the Sunday show, I don't want the Sunday show to turn into an announcement where I'm here for 6 minutes and then we all just bail out. But I would love to talk about some Commander stuff, and I would love to talk about Magic. But I think being able to play some games while we're at it, right? I'm a huge Pokemon fan, so like throwing down some Let's Go would be awesome. Playing some Arena would be good. But I don't want to be another Arena stream. There's 6,748 million of them, so I don't want to be another one of those guys. But if you guys want to, I'm good with it. Oh yeah, I actually saw the same thing on Reddit, and Mono White is just wow bad for Commander. It's just build Angels or build Avacyn. Those are your options. If you pick anything else, don't even bother. Okay. I forgot what the hell I was even looking for. Okay. That's Planeswalker. We don't need that. I will add... So we can start adding in some stuff for our mana base. Just because at 4 colors, it does get kind of aggressive and difficult to do. Or Swamp. I don't like that. Behold Beyond. Siege the Queen. Tutors. Tutor. Bloodstained Mire. You played my... Thank you, Kinjinsun. In all reality, it'll probably be you and me hanging out anyway, my dude. But I appreciate you. I'm hoping to grow this out, my man. I really am. I don't like when I get to see the one viewer on here. It upsets me because I don't want you to be alone. But I'm glad that you're here supporting me and my love for doing this kind of stuff. We'll get better. We're going to get better. I've been starting to try to put together some videos. So what I want to do is actually do kind of a whole deck review video. So kind of like everybody that does it, the Command Zone style. So, sitting back and talking about everything and just going over all the cards that we add and so on and so forth. I mean, I think it would be really awesome to be able to put that kind of content out there. And I want to grow out the YouTube channel because that'll be able to funnel more people into this. And I want to be able to interact and talk with everybody. It's part of the reason why I started this is so that I can learn the cards and hang out with everybody here to brew together. I think that's really why I'm here. So I'm glad that you're here. It means I'm accomplishing the mission one person at a time. Well, I appreciate the comment on that one, my friend. I think my viewer's broken because there's clearly 2 of you here, but it's telling me there's only 1, and that's very upsetting. I gotta stop looking at that. I gotta start looking at some other stuff. My data is all banged up. All right, we need tutors. Just shout them out to me. Let's add them into the group here. Fire away. You guys are smart, knowledgeable, and fantastic human beings. Let's do this. What is my phone telling me to do? No, get out of here. All right. What else we got? Guys, we need tutors. Fire them off. Monk tutor, right? Just add them in. At this point, we're just living our life. Deck's already damn near $1,000. We might as well just hook it up. Suits the Queen. Extra emphasis on the Queen. I think I already put that in here, actually. Did I put it in? Yeah, it is. Yeah, it is. We got a Cruel Tutor, which doesn't do anything for me. Got an Enlightened Tutor, search for an artifact. Done. Grim Tutor. Interesting. Idyllic Tutor. Infernal Tutor. Mystical Tutor, of course, because I just love that card. So. And the good old $70 Vampiric Tutor. Congratulations, everyone! We broke $1,000. Ooh. Guys, can we get enough subs that one day I can just make the deck, buy the deck, and send it to one of you? Like, I think that would be like the ultimate goal for me. Is to like, hey, we're going to brew this deck, and then I'm going to give you all the cards that are in it. No cost to you, just ship it out. How would you be excited to get a $1,000 deck? Because I'd be excited to get a $1,000 deck. I think it would be sweet. All right. We got a bunch of tutors in here now. Okay. Let's see. So we got a shitload of combos. We got a couple planeswalkers. Let's look at some planeswalkers here while we're just dicking around. Planeswalker. Tezzeret. Yes. Trophy and Trinket Mage. Yes, please. Actually. Kinjisen, I'm just gonna send you a deck one day. All right. Tribute Mage. Is that a newer one? I've never heard of the Tribute Mage, I don't think. But again, it's the reason why we're here. Oh, snap. Yes, please. Guys, what's the one that is like... Oh, God, what the hell is it? It lets you tutor into your deck for an artifact that's like mana cost 6 or 7 or something like that. Damn it. Damn it. Damn it. Treasure? Is it Treasure Mage? Yeah, it is. I knew it was Treasure, but I couldn't remember if it was Mage or something else. Just the only thing that was in my head was Treasure Cruise, and that's not right. That's draw a billion cards, not find a specific artifact. So, thank you. How do we feel about Brutaclad in this deck? Extra jank, right? This deck started out as combo control and is ending up just being jank out. Oh, God. So good. Love it. Love it. Absolutely love it. Let's do it. I do love me the Brutaclad as well, my friend. Plus, you can say it like a... Like the Scottish folk, there's Brutaclad. The Brutaclad. It's like, it sounds gross, but it also feels really awesome to say. Whether I said it right, wrong, or otherwise, I'll embarrass myself on the internet. I'm married. I ain't got to prove myself to none of y'all. Except the content's got to be good. So I guess I got to prove myself a little bit to you guys. Please don't leave me. I'll be not alone, but I'll miss you. All right, so let's get back to this. Continuing down our merry road here. I'm trying to get the rest of my notifications up from when I started pulling all this stuff up. Oh, yeah. So here's what these evil people do. Yes. Henceforth, Brutaclad should always be Scottish. Forever. It's like Mother of Runes. No one ever says Mother of Runes. They go, Mother of Runes! Every time. Plus, Eldraine's coming out. Extra Shrek value, right? You get points for that entertainment or whatever. Definitely need to get that done. So here's what one of these rude, obnoxious, evil bastards that were on the internet decided to tell me to put in this deck. Because apparently, letting your friends play Magic is something that is like just for people who have emotions or a heart or something. He told me to put in Treasure Nabber and the Mycosynth Lattice, and then you're gonna sack everybody's everything. Why? That's so rude. It's terrible. It's so rude. Why would you do that? It doesn't even make sense. Although Treasure Nabber is pretty awesome though. Let's look at that. So, whenever an opponent taps an artifact for mana, gain control of that artifact until the end of your next turn. So, it kind of puts a soft lock on the board like, I got all your lands now, I'm going to use them for myself, but I'm nice. I'll give them back. You know what I mean? Help protect me a smidge bit. So it's a great idea, but if you're going to just do it to watch the world burn and put all these cards out there that'll just make nobody have fun, you know, it's going to get real lonely playing Magic, testing a deck out in your mother's basement because you lost all your friends because you burned all their lands in front of them. It's just rude. You gotta be nice. People got emotions, right? Let's continue here. Time save. I think that's the extra turns one, actually. Yep, that'd be the one. Infinite turns. That's where it... Okay, so that's the kind of evil I'm okay with. I'm good with like infinite turns as long as like we can capitalize on them. I'm pretty sure that that's acceptable in my book. I think, pretty sure. Pretty sure. We're at 73 cards. We are killing this list right now, and we're making pretty good time. I was actually a little bit concerned as to whether or not we were going to get it, but we're doing it. We're doing it pretty well. Academy Ruins and Blue Star. Yo, these people are just. I'm glad you guys are nice, because these people are evil. Just damn. Throw ourselves an unwinding clock in here because why not? Let's see. We can do a little bit of dockside. Extra treasure tokens. Yeah. We could Mycosynth Lattice and then Dockside Extortionist and create 1 billion treasure tokens. I'm loving the synergies here. I'm loving the kind of lineups that we're getting here. You guys have anything that really like speaks to you? Anything that really like warms your soul that you want to do? Let me know. Throw them out there. I'm good with all of it. Except making my opponents not be able to play Magic. That's rude. Keep that shit out of here. Or stuff out of here. I need to stop swearing. This is supposed to be a family stream. Yeah. My bad. Sorry, everyone. Back to sunshines and butterflies. Here we go. We could do Senseis. Let me put that in here anyway, because that's just a good card. And we need so Senseis and our rings. I don't. Our rings is shenanigans, but we could put a Laboratory Maniac in here. Whoa, sorry. Got it. Got there. Got there, everyone. My brain died in the middle, but we made it. It's all right. 2 viewers. I think my thing's lying to me again, but if you just popped in, thank you for being here. I appreciate you. We're brewing some weird jank Breya combo insanity right now, and I'm having a hell of a lot of fun doing it. So welcome. I'm glad you're here. And if you have anything that you want in a Breya deck, put it in the chat so that I can absorb it. I can throw it onto the screen here and we can do it. You guys could actually see this deck list on moxfield.com if you go on there, and you guys can just peel through the deck list as I'm sitting here building it, because I'll actually save it continuously as we go and it'll just continually update. I keep forgetting Tezzeret. Farquaad, we are going. Farquaad, if you don't mind me asking, how tall are you? Because if we take a flashback into the Shrek universe, Farquaad was a short dude, but you seem like a badass. He was kind of a dick, but you're cool. So, yeah. Just curious. Just wondered. Just throwing it out there. Let's see. Tezzeret. Budal. Agent of Bolus. You may reveal an artifact card from among them and put them in your hand. There's a couple that I want. This is a good draw card. Where's the other one? There's another one that's in here that's just... What am I doing? I'm taking the hard way here. Bum, bum, ba-dum, ba-dum. Where are you, Tezzeret? This one right here. Give us some good untap abilities. Give us a nice search out. I'm going to create a colorless artifact. Yup. Master of the Bridge. Oh, this is a cool one. This is the affinity guy. So yeah, creature and planeswalker spells you cast have affinity for artifacts, which means they cost one less to cast for each artifact you control. Which, in all honesty, is going to make 90% of our artifacts completely free, or artifact creatures, because it's like the name fits you. We'll keep it here, buddy. We'll keep it here. It's okay. It's all right. You're awesome. It's all that matters. in this house, you're the shit. You're the shit and the it. All of it. One basket. Alright? So. Master the bridge. Get in the house. We love it. Let's go. Continuing on the way here. Let's make it happen, Captain. Let's see. What other weird, janky, ridiculous things did people... Oh my god. Guys, we forgot about a blink moth urn. Jesus. What are we doing? Yes. Tons of mana. Tons of good stuff. Let's get it. Alright. So, we need to add in some color funkiness here. Because currently we're running an Is It deck. Which I'm okay with. There's black in there. There's enough artifacts to make the world go around. And it's splashing white, basically. Our mana curve is a little nuts. But I'm okay with it. Alright. Last call for cards. Oh, damn. Kinjinsen? Sorry. Sorry. You guys gotta start yelling at me about this stuff. Marionette Master. Boom. In. I didn't even look at it. It's already in. We can talk about the sideboard thing though. Because that's always something that comes up anyway. So an anointed procession? Yeah. Done. Are there any... Oh shit. We're running white. You know what that means? Removal for days. Path of exile, path to exile. I don't think you're ready for that already. Because the cardboard's so bootylicious. Please do not clip that and put it all over the internet. But if you do, make sure that they come and subscribe to the channel. That's all that really matters. So, I want to see this card. I don't want to actually just throw it in there real quick. So, interesting. I don't know if it's doing enough there. The Scrap Savant might be a nice little doodad to throw in there. But the Ingenious Iconoclast, I don't know if that's doing enough. And even this, I don't know if I'm really feeling it. Sorry, bud. You got the Marionette in there. That's a solid choice. I like that. Mirror Smith? Wait a minute, what? Holy crap, I'm thinking of the wrong card. Okay. Mirror Smith is always good. That's a card. Interesting. Interesting. We should have a billion treasures, so why not? Mere Battlesphere, that's the one I'm thinking of. So, with Mere Battlesphere and Brutaclad and all of the treasures, I think we'd be able to kill everybody even before we even get into combat. I think that could definitely happen. Guys, good news. Good news. The deck is only $1,200. So, we're doing it. The crazy part is, there's not even that many fast mana rocks in here. Yep. Like, there's no Gray Monolith or Basalt or anything. It's just a lot of other crazy shit. Alright. Interesting. Combat shenanigans. Okay. Alright. I think we built a hell of good Breya combo deck at this point. Let's be honest. Ain't a whole hell of a lot of control going on. It's a lot of combo. But we will throw in propaganda? Is that how it is? Propaganda? I gotta start bringing coffee up here. And not Sphere, because we don't have a lot Ghostly Prison. That's what it is. Yep. Just like that. Cool. Cool, cool, cool. Cool, 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 cool. Alright. So at this point, we've built a sweet 83 card, not including the lands, Breya combo deck. Now, we need to do the hard part. We need to start trimming this shit down so that we can get what we're looking for at the end here. So, with that being said, I'm going to do something weird, and I'm going to check all my jammy jams out here. Let's see. We need, where is it? There it is. It's going to be extra loud and obnoxious. But we turned it off, so we're okay. Alright. Made it. This is a little bit not correct at all. Alright. Let me see. No? It's not working, Dad. It's not working. Alright. So, let's trim this down a little bit here. We're good. We can keep that there. So, we have a bunch of 0 mana cost stuff here. Walking Ballista is a win con, for sure. Bonesaw, I think we can get rid of. Catheter Shield, I like it. Chrome Mox, good for the manas. That could be an infinite life. So Catheter Shield and a Kite Shield are very similar. We've got a ton of 0 mana. Yo. I think we're going to cut Urza out of this, in all honesty, because it's just not... We got all this 0 mana everything in here already, so... What's the point? You know what I mean? I don't think we're worried about mana problems. Let's be smart. Let's cut like I actually know what I'm doing here. So start from the top. Darksteel Forge will make all of the artifacts indestructible. I still think that there's value in that. I still want to keep that. We need to cut. We have 7 lands already. That puts us at 81 cards. That gives us 21 cards to cut to get to 40 lands. I think with the mana abilities that we have here, as well as the kind of search outs and treasures and stuff like that, we could probably get away with running 36 lands. So 36 lands. We have 81 cards total. Outside of that, 36 gives us 64 cards. So we need to cut like 19 cards. It's not bad. We can do it. We can do it. I'm gonna add in some of the basics here just to. Where are we at? 24. We need another 12 lands, so we're gonna bump this number up. We're gonna bump this number up. We're gonna bump that number up, and yeah. And then we're gonna drop down a couple of these guys. We'll remove one here. We'll remove one there, and we'll remove one here. Okay. 36 lands. All right, we need to cut 17 cards. Here we go. Saddle up, everyone. Let's get it done. So, into the story. This is a 4 mana draw 4. I don't know if I can get rid of that. That just seems like way too good. Mere Battlesphere. What is happening? Alright. Mere Battlesphere. This is a kill everybody kind of immediately when we get enough tokens. Brass's Bounty might be able to go. I think I'm gonna get rid of this. This just doesn't seem to fit the vibe. Doesn't fit the mold. Alright, Mycosynth Lattice. We got Salvaging Station, which is part of our combos. We have Brutaclad. Brutaclad. I did not have a seizure. We had to talk about this earlier. That Brutaclad was Scottish. So, you're welcome. Take that to your meta and be embarrassed by it. Cheers. Got 3 people. Where you guys been, man? We're cutting cards out of our Breya deck right now. We're looking at our mana curve, and it's a little bit extensive, but we need to cut 16 cards. So as I'm going through, it is the law, Kinjin. Don't you let anybody get away with it, okay? You run your meta now. Don't you do it, okay? Now, as we're plowing through here, Sir Conrad. I'm going to get rid of Sir Conrad. I like the idea of it, but I think that it's overdoing something that doesn't need to be done. There's a win more to a lot of Commander, and at a certain point you got to draw a line in the sand and go, I don't need that. It's just kind of there. We forgot the only Commander staple that exists in the house of the designer, Soul Ring. So we're going to throw that guy in there. It's the only one that I really enjoy. So, still need to cut 16 cards though. So, we're going to get rid of the ones that don't do anything for us here. The claws, I think, are still good for what we're trying to do. Path, tutor, dispatch. Do we really need the dispatch? I don't know if we do. Witch's Oven. I enjoy that. I enjoy that card. Alright. Sensei's is good, but I don't think it's going to help us overwhelmingly here. Lab Maniac, Emery. Yeah. Displacer is good. That's good for getting the lands out. Tutors, Absorb, Charm, Statuary. So non-artifact. So a lot of our spells are artifacts, so we're going to get rid of that guy. And then these are the Pillow Forts, and make a copy of anything. Ashnod's I think can come out of here too. I don't think we're gonna have any mana problems. Our curve is really strong, and we have so many things that make so many treasure tokens that I don't think we're gonna have a problem in that regard at all. So I'm gonna cut Urza out of this because it just doesn't. At this point, we're doing so much other stuff, and the 0 cost stuff already taps for mana that turning anything unstable. Hey, we are building a Breya deck right now, and it started out as a combo control Breya, and then it just went full-blown combo. So Nim Death Mantle, we're running the KCI stuff in here. Basically just a ton of untap, retap, go, just insanity that goes with her. I'll let you look at the list here. We can kind of talk about it a little bit if you want, but what stuff for you, Unstable, would you like to put in there? yeah, pretty much. We were really trying to play a delicate line of like, we'll just be nice about it. We'll be nice about it. We'll make friends with everyone. And then we just started adding cards in there, and it was kind of like, okay, so we're just gonna combo, and that's gonna be that. So here we are, my friend. Here we are. Yeah. So we're running these 5 planeswalkers here. Tezzeret to go get us the artifacts, draw cards with the artifacts or create more. Give the artifacts affinity for each other. We're running all the artifact lands. The Saheli's here. Bribery, treachery. Thada Adele. Oh, you're a steal your stuff person, aren't you? Oh, that's unstable. Oh, unstable coming in hot. Well done. I like it. Okay, cool. Nobody likes control. You're not wrong, my friend. You're definitely not incorrect on that one. So, we're going to add in a couple of these cards here because I like them, and it's going to add a little bit more flavor. And then we're going to go and start stripping some cards out because we are getting to the point where we want to... the blasting station is... Ooh, did I put that in here? You just completed our combo, and I didn't even realize it. You're awesome. Thank you very much. Hey, Mono Red or Dead. Welcome into the chat there, good friend. Just in case anybody wants to know, Mono Red or Dead is a guy I used to work with. He's an awesome dude, and he loves playing Mono Red and blowing up everybody's lands. So if you don't like that, let him know in the comments. And if you do like that, you're also evil, but I love you. So cheers. Unstable, explain the Shroom combo to me so that I can... Metalworker is in the deck, yes. Do. That seems a little... Meh. 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 We're gonna do one of them, guys. Do a quick reload here for you guys, and then you guys can just pull the deck list up on Moxfield if you want. So, Sculpting Steel, disable the vault. Okay, I'm with you so far. Copy C Shroom, get sacrificed, Shroom comes back. Interesting. Alright. Fine. I'll put an extra U in there just for you. God. This thing out here just making demands. I'm okay with this combo. I'm alright with it. I think it's a good thing. Let's do it. Blood Artist or Zulaport. Huh. Alright, Metamorph. I'm good with that. And then it's use a creature artifact die. Aristocrats work. Yeah, I'm with you. I'm with you. So I actually run a Teysa Karlov deck that is pure aristocrats, and it just makes me happy. So let's see here. He's using a clone sculpting steer magic. Gotcha. Alright. Alright then. Let's see. Go. Whoa. Alright. Done. Alright. So. Lux Cannon. So what we got to be careful with here, and I'm not debating the point of the Lux Cannon. I do like the Lux Cannon. What we have to be careful with, though, is how many layers deep we're going in terms of, like, the Lux Cannon will be good if we get to untap, if our thing resolves and people leave it alone. You know, that's 4 layers of shit that's got to happen. That's really out of our control. Now, it is good, but we just need to pay attention to that. Plus, we got about a half hour to cut this list down another 20 cards. Magistrate's Scepter. Is that the extra turns one? You're not wrong. I'm okay with it. Just that sooner or later, I'm going to have to be like, hey, guys, I love all of you. We're going to take this to YouTube, and we're just going to make comments and just go banana milkshakes there. Magistrates. Yeah. Yup. Yes. Can we have a moment of silence for Paradox Engine? Just throw all your sad cry faces into the chat. Just it's terrible. It's really sad. Yes, we did. It was good. Just, it was me, not it. Guys, it took my damn Yidris Storm deck and turned it into a damn tier 2 platform CEDH deck. Immediately. I was so sad. It shut all of it down. I definitely cried a little bit. Like, quietly in a corner. I made I have a Yuriko extra turns deck that is, like, it could deal 30 damage on just flip top cards. It's just absurd. Also, annoying the shit out of your play group. Full support. Get in there. Now, I did say earlier that I don't like when people can't play Magic. So if you're into that land blowing up stuff, there's only one person that's in the chat currently that I'm okay with. Don't be that guy. Let your whole group play Magic. After your turns, of course. But, yeah. CMC is high as fuck. That's the problem. That's why you gotta just, like, make it work, you know? Give them affinity. Give them, like, I don't know, all the good stuff. Cheat stuff in. Make the, you know, run the dramatic scepter. Do what you gotta do. Combos. Alright. Let's make some cuts. I don't even really know. Yeah. So Mono Red Day kind of knows what he's doing. He's just making everybody slow down a lot. It's just bringing it all home for everybody to be sad about. So I run a Mono Red Neheb just burn deck. So my deck is built to make a billion mana and then burn everybody out. Now I've been told that I've weakened it by not including the mass land destruction. But I just can't do it. I like to just let people play. But, I mean, to each their own. To each their own. If it makes you happy, if it makes you happy. For my burn deck, okay. Let me... How do I do it here? I think... all your decks. Wait, do this first, then link it. There's so much happening. There's so much excitement. And I'm excited. Let's do it. Okay, so we need to cut 21 cards out of this bad boy. Yeah, more or less. I mean, I'm down to hang out a little bit, but as I talked about earlier, I do have 2 kids, a wife, 2 dogs, and a cat. I kind of got to take care of everybody. And as much as I would love to spend all the time in the world with you, I can't do it until we get enough subs for me to do this, like, forever. So... we have a YouTube channel. Let me just plug this shit now. We have a YouTube channel. It's Deck Design MTG. I basically transport all this stuff directly over to that. So you can get in there, sub, like, comment, tell your friends. You know, watch it while you're taking your morning breaks. Do what you got to do. Divorce the wife, kill the dog, eat the cat, and give away the kids. Oh, God. Thank God she's not in the chat. Oh, my God. She'd run up here and whoop my ass for you. Well, my wife's awesome. My dog's my best friend. My kids are beautiful. My cat I could probably let outside and be okay with. But they do let me do this and play Magic whenever I want, really. So, yeah. Unstable, I feel like I know you, but I can't, like, put it together. Yeah. We'll work. Oh, God. Just amping them up. Don't amp it up, okay? We got 21 cards to cut. Shit, let's go. Alright, so Darksteel Forge. It's the top of the curve. We're going to cut top down. So, Darksteel Forge, stay or go. We got a couple people in here. Let's make it happen. And I swear to God, if one of you says blow some shit up. Yeah. Stay. Darksteel Forge stays. Good luck cutting down things. Everybody, Kinjinsen is from Sweden. And he is going to sleep. Excuse me. Not Sweden. Sweden? Sweden. Switzerland? He's from way the hell away from here. And he is going to bed. So Kinjinsen, thank you so much for being here. You're a fantastic person. and we love you dearly. I knew it. I had it right the first time. Should have just gone there. Take your Brew and go home, my friend. I'll talk to you. So, we have Mere Battlesphere and Into the Story for our 7 drops. Into the Story is actually a 4 drop, so we're not going to cut that. It's pay 4, draw 4, which is phenomenal. My son may actually make an appearance here. Then we have Mere Battlesphere. Mere Battlesphere I like because we're also running Brutaclad. Brutaclad can turn all of our treasures into mirrors, and then we can tap all the treasures and deal that damage directly to the player we're attacking. And if we're attacking multiples, then we just, go nuts. So I really like that card. But you guys tell me, how are we feeling with these two? Keeping them going? What's up? Okay, I like it. Mere Battlespheres, maybe. I like it. Okay. 7's clear. We got Tezzeret, Master of the Bridge. Planeswalkers do tend to be a little bit slow. I don't know if it's working in a combo. Into the Story is a go? It's 4 mana, draw 4, bro. I mean, I'll cut it. I'll cut it. It is chat design. Alright. Okay. Look, man, I'm trying to stay on your good side, because if you try to root my wife on for whooping my ass, I want to be friends. I want to be friends. Maybe you'll let me escape. Alright, man. Got Rainbow them off now. Ristic Study probably should be in here, but I did incorporate here in 4 colors for people card draw is better. That's valid. You're not wrong. You're not wrong. I'll put a Ristic in here. So I also included a... What am I doing? There it is. There's a Mirror Maid that's in here from Eldraine. It basically just gives me a copy of whatever enchantment I want. So if I don't have it, I can get it. So, all right. Continue. What the hell do we leave off at? 6. So, Marionette Master, we got Sharoom, Beseech the Queen, Mycosynth, and a Salvaging Station. Now, the Salvaging Station, Blasting Station, Grinding Station, Redeem. Not wrong. So, the Mycosynth Lattice does have its combos in here, but I don't think they're the ones that you're going to ramble off. What's your Mycosynth Lattice combo? Because for some reason I'm thinking you're going to blow stuff up. What Padeem? I was thinking that, but Kingenson put it in there and we just kind of dropped it in. I think Marionette Master is going to get the cut. I feel like that would be a good one. So the problem with this is a lot of our artifacts are cheaper. And a lot of them are just straight up token generators. So I don't know if we'd actually get the draw off of this, because all it takes is one person to have one 6-drop artifact and we might not get that draw, even with the billion artifacts we have out on board already. You know what I mean? So, alright. For those that are jumping in here right now, we're trying to thin the deck down 21 cards. So Marionette Master we're going to cut out. I like the look of that, so. What else? That's the combo. Hellkite Tyrant, steal everyone's shit. Okay. Alright. Not bad. I like it. Okay, so. It's also another win con, which is what we're kind of doing. It's like wincon.deck here. Plus it adds in, I think, another higher CMC spell. So, all right. So 5. We have Tezzeret the Seeker, the Artifice Master, Bribery, Spell Swindle, Blinkmoth Urn, and Revel in Riches. The Blinkmoth Urn I might actually take out because I don't think we're gonna have any mana issues. How do you guys feel about our 5 slots here? The Planeswalkers in a combo deck Alright, cool. So I wasn't wrong with that one. So the Planeswalker's in a combo deck. I'm not sure how I feel about it. But I guess the... how do we feel about Master of the Bridge? Master of the Bridge gives stuff the affinity for artifacts. I mean, I guess that first activation is more than enough to keep him in there. I like it. Let's keep him in there. I'm done with it. All right, so we still need to cut 20 cards. It's like the never-ending hole of cards to cut. There's so much happening. Cut Besiege the Queen. Logic, please. Defend your argument. Keep the bridge. I like it. We'll keep the bridge. Yep, and they're all in here unstable, so. Alright. We're getting close. We're getting closer, guys. We're down to 19 cards now. Alright. I think I might cut Helia. I don't know. You're going to have to take that one up with Unstable. That's one of his things. I think we're cutting Helia. I love Helia, but I think she's a little bit too out there for this. So Thada Adele is in here. I believe she was a 3-drop, maybe? Yes. Alright, we'll cut the bribery out of here. I'm going to cut the claw. No, I don't want to cut the claws, but I will cut a Chrome Mox. I'm going to cut the Lion's Eye because it's just way too much damn money. For any of you that are curious and are in the chat right now, my son apparently just used the bathroom. And my wife is announcing it to the world. He's 2 years old. He's adorable. I love him dearly. And we're working on this potty training thing. For any of you that have kids, let me just tell you how much fun that is, okay? It's not. But he seems very proud of himself right now. So, yeah, that's what, yep. Round of applause. I don't know if we can throw that in the chat, but yes. We're getting there. We're getting there. It's a good day. My wife is hella happy right now. Can't wait for Unstable to get back. I can tell him all about it. That way he can tell me that he's still going to root her on to whoop my ass. Very aggressive for a guy who's never met me. I don't even know. I think we're going to cut this out of here too, unfortunately. We're down to 14 cards. My God, here we go. I think we can take the Lab Maniac out of here because I was going to put an infinite draw in here, but that just seems like it's out of the realm now. This guy, she can go. Yeah, so I like to make sure that I'm not going to get overrun by token players. So I put those kinds of stuff in there so that they can't just blow through the wall. It kind of controls the pace of combat a little bit. That's the reason why they're in there. I like to just keep myself safe. I'm a dirtler, so I dirtle, and then I kill everybody. That's how I play. So, you're not wrong. You're not wrong. I'm trying to think if there's other stuff in here that we can kind of roll with. Metalworkers in here. We got Thada Adele. This is awesome. I didn't even realize that was what it was. That I actually run, I believe I have it in my Kumana Mill deck, which is very weird. Alright. I think I'm going to get rid of the... what do I do here? There's so many options. Yeah, so Treasure Nabber is in there as part of a Mycosynth Lattice combo. So Mycosynth Lattice turns everything into artifacts, and whenever, yeah, you get it. So then they can like tap their lands or tap their artifacts, and then I get them, but I get them until like the end of my turn, right? So that's what it is. So it's also another control thing, right? So if you want to cast some spells, well, I'm gonna get your lands until the end of my turn. Then you can have them back and you can use them again. But if you're trying to save up for counter spells or anything like that, like you're only going to get one shot at it, right? So it's just, it limits them. It slows them down. So Emery I really like in here. Displacer, I think I'm going to remove Displacer. I can't. It just feels wrong to do that. So we put, where is it? Treasure Mage? Treasure Mage would only be good to search out the Lattice, the Salvaging Station, Battlesphere, and Darkforge. So maybe we cut that. I think I'm gonna cut the Treasure Mage. There's not enough searchable things to get with the Treasure Mage. It doesn't fit. So, all right. Continuing here. Let's look at the 4. That's part of the combo. That's part of a combo. That's part of the Rhino package. Whirler Rogue. I am not playing combat tricks. We're not doing that. Yep. Smothering Tide is hella good mana. Nordy Procession is just hella good value. Let's see. We got 9 cards to cut. Jesus, this is difficult. I mean, at this point, it's really not control. It's more about just getting the combo to resolve, in all honesty. Because there's so many combos that are in this that we want to make sure that we can get them all. That's really what it's in here for. Same thing with the Archmage's Charm and a couple others, so. Emery is good for recursion. This is good to take stuff. I think I'm going to take these out of here. That's good to win with Revel in Riches. So that's part of... I did. It is a little slow though. That's fine. We can do that. Alright. We got 7 cards left. We're so close. Get rid of that. We're gonna get rid of this because I'm not paying mana to make stuff. We got 5 cards left. We're so close. Those are all part of combos. That's fine. I'm gonna get rid of that. That's fine. 4 more cards. We got 6 minutes. We can do this. We're up against the clock. It's gonna get dangerous, but we're gonna get there. Should we take the battle sphere out? That is the question. Because it's whoever Mirror Battle Sphere is attacking. So we'd only be able to kill one player. And it'd be one trick. I think this goes. I think this goes. I think it goes. Let's see. Let's just break the cardinal rule. We'll just cut 3 lands and call it a day. So Sword of the Meek is a combo. Sword of the Meek you can actually sacrifice as the artifact, and then it will create creatures, and then it'll combo off. So you can use this to sacrifice for something, and then when a 1/1 creature comes into play, it returns, and then you can just constantly loop it back and forth, back and forth, back and forth and stuff. Yeah, so it combos with Thopter Foundry, basically giving you infinite life. For 1 anyway. You can also combo it into other things to make 5 artifacts and take turns, and it's more of a key than a sword, I think. I think would be a more appropriate descriptor. So get rid of this. Cutting it. I don't even care. Doing it. Getting aggressive with the cuts. The hell with them. We're close. We got 1 more to go. We're almost there. Almost there. We had like a power showing right at the end there. You guys, like, everybody showed up for the cuts. Done. I quit. I'm done. I'm done. We made it. We officially did it. Oh, infinite. That's a win con, my dude. If that comes down, that just wins the game. That's it. So we have ways to make effectively infinite mana to dump into Walking Ballista or to play just about anything. I mean, we can sack things to Krark Clan, and we have the ability to bring stuff back. Young Mage, it is wonderful, sir. It is wonderful. We kept in the Rhino package, as we called it. So P and Karan are still here. We still got Fish and Construction still in here. We did end up cutting the Inspiring Statuary only because we didn't have a lot of non-artifact stuff. Pretty much the entire deck turned into an artifact combo brew. So, I mean, it's awesome though. It's very exciting. So we just finished making cuts, Young Mage. Unstable should be back in a minute or two, but we'll walk you through kind of what's here. So we got Walking Ballista at 0, Lotus Petal, Mana Crypt, Mox Amber, and a Mox Opal. Then continuing down the road, we have a whole bunch of tutors, as well as a couple removal spells, and Flare Husk. So Flare Husk is in here as part of a combo that goes with the KCI combo that we have built in, and a Soul Ring, because it's Soul Ring. Then at 2, we have a Blood Artist, Dockside Extortionist, and a Zulaport Cutthroat. We have a combo in here for whenever the creatures die and blinking things back and forth. Effectively cycling Sharoom, which will be really interesting. Demonic Tutor, Drown in the Lock, Scorching, Dragonfire, Arcane Signet, Grinding Station, Nim Death Mandel, Sword of the Meek, Thopter Foundry, Time Sieve. Is it sieve or sieve? Like C? Wait, how do wait? C? Nope. C? Yeah, there we go. Sorry. C. Scythe. So this is our 3. We're running a bunch of really interesting stuff here. 4, sitting pretty good. So Draw Scorpion is another combo piece. Bonehort, that actually, I don't know why that's in here. That can actually come out because I don't need it anymore. So, all right. Now we're down one. What did I cut? What was the last one? Refresh. Refresh. Civ. Okay. Got it. I'm cool with sounding like an idiot on the internet, just as long as like we can resolve the idiocy in some way, shape, or form with some standard of learning. That's all. So if I can learn, let's do it. What did I cut out of here? Pity the Splendor. We're gonna add that back in because that is actually, you know what? No, we're adding the Battlesphere back in. Near Battlesphere. Throwing that bad boy back in there. All right. Now back to our list here. Unstable, you back? Saw you pop. I saw numbers pop up. Let's see. We got Draw Scorpion, Phyrexian Metamorph, and Pia and Karan. We also have the Diabolic Tutor. Now you destroy lands because that's how you like to play. Don't lie. Accept it. Accept who you are. Okay. Here in the deck design house, you are your own individual, and I'm okay with it. Even though blowing people's lanes up is kind of rude, but you do you. Just if you do that to me, we're gonna be aggressive. Five, we have our Alt Wincon and Revel in Riches. We have Spell Swindle and 2 Planeswalkers. At 6, we're running Master of the Bridge, Brutaclad, Hellkite Tyrant, and Sharoom. We have the Lattice and the Salvaging Station. Just put the Battlesphere back in, and at 9, we have our Darksteel Forge. So, honestly, I think we're doing pretty good in terms of where we're at with our card draw and everything else. So, and then our mana base, we are fitting close to what we need in terms of color requirement, which is ideal. Let's look at a couple hands here. I mean, that's a bomb hand. I mean, we're turn 1, we're gonna drop 1, 2, 3, 4. Turn 1 we'll have 3. Turn 2 we can almost play Breya. I mean, that's absurd. We could definitely sideboard some stuff in there, so. Let's look at another one. We got a Mox Amber, we got a Mirror Maid. I'm alright with that. The hands look good. I actually, the hands are, this one's a little high with 1 land. But overall, the hands are manageable for sure. What do you think, Rhino? What do you think about the deck, my dude? I mean, our curve is really nice. It is a very expensive deck for sure, cost-wise, but design-wise, I really like the way it ended up. I am a combo player. I'm not a combat player, so I'm actually really excited to put this together and play with it. So, and thankfully, I have several of these cards, so I don't actually have to go like absurdly shopping. If you and by the price here, we can actually look at what's costing us the big monies. I mean, we definitely have some expensive things in here. So, Opal, Crypt. Yep. All right. All right. So, we can sideboard them for you just to keep them kind of there. I do like using the sideboard just for the in-case stuff. Good old O-Stone. All right. So that's Breya. We put her together. It took us just under 2 hours to actually finalize the list. Glass Dust Hulk. Probably another sideboard option here. I just added it. I did not want to do that. Yeah, I don't think that one's gonna make it. So this is a pure combo deck. I don't think that we're gonna actually be attacking much. If we were attacking more, I think that card would be perfect for the deck. But what we're trying to do is make a whole lot of value, and then use that value to combo out prior to getting into any combat. So that's kind of our objective here. But so I think we're going to close this one up. We definitely hit every goal we wanted to. I think with the deck here, we definitely did a lot of combo stuff. We built around a lot of the token strategy to utilize all the tokens. We also made sure that we're hitting all those lands and making sure that we got our curve right. I mean, everything feels really good. I enjoy where it went. I'm really looking forward to playing with it. You guys can actually download this deck list right off of Moxfield. You can just, if you go into browse the public decks, let me show you guys how to search these decks real quick. If you go into browse public decks, you'll see Breya combo control, and as I'll sign out. I'll actually go in under my own name. I'll take my password, y'all. You can actually search. It's right there, but if you type in Breya, it's going to bring up all the Breya decks. If you type in, I think we named it Cranko before. So deck design color wheel challenge. So that was our Cranko brew from a couple of weeks back. Last week we did Nikya. What did I name it? Big Mana? Yeah. So Big Mana Hydras. Anything that says the deck design show, you can actually just go and click that, and you can follow us, and you'll get all of our lists right there. So you can check those out. So back into the Breya list here. We did exactly what we wanted to do. There's a couple alternate win cons that are in this. There's a lot of really interesting things that we can do with the deck, and that's what I love about the 4-color commanders. I mean, Yidris, I never have an idea of how that game is going to go, and it's always different, but it's always fun. So I thank you guys for coming out. If you like what's going on, give us that sub. Hit the sub button. Throw that Prime sub in there. It's free for the month, and I think September is still going on. So the subs are half off, which is awesome. I'd really enjoy that. Like I said earlier, I would love to be able to start doing giveaways where I can actually like brew the commander and then mail the commander out to, the winner of the giveaway that night, whoever participated the most or provided the most, cards or something like that. I think it'd be awesome to do stuff like that. Again, we're going to put all this stuff on YouTube. So our YouTube channel is Deck Design MTG. I like to split the clips up a little bit so that you can kind of just say, okay, this is the deck build and this is this portion. We also do a deck review podcast that's going to come out once a week, every Tuesday. I'm going to reveal who we're doing that week, as well as go over the deck that we brewed the previous week. And it's much shorter. It's a little bit more condensed. So I'm also hoping to do deck design videos of how we design the deck and do like kind of a look at what's a good hand and what's an interesting board state and the combos in it. Once I can get the video feed going and I can get better at making the videos. I am not a producer by any way, shape, or form, but what I am is not bashful, and I'm okay staring at a camera and being weird and goofy with all of y'all each week. So Sundays I'm thinking about doing a little bit of gaming with you guys. We can play Arena, we can play any number of games from Steam, we can play Pokemon Let's Go because I'm a huge Pokemon freak. While we're talking about Magic, of course, this is a Magic stream, but I mean, we can just sit here and you can watch me in front of this tan wall back here, or we can try to catch them all or beat everybody up in Arena. I don't even know. So either way, all of the following things I would love for you to do: like, subscribe, follow, tell your friends, tell your mother, teach everybody how to play Magic. If you're in Pennsylvania, let's meet up. Let's link up. I'm gonna start going to a couple more events. Atlanta was this weekend, I believe. And I wanted to go, but it was just too short notice for me. So I'm going to start making my way out to those things. But with all that said, everybody, we're going to close the door on this evening. I appreciate you all being here. It's been a fantastic time, as always. And next week, we're going to get even weirder and do something extra special. So thank you guys for being here. And I will talk to y'all later. Peace!